Before we partnered, it was just me doing everything, like absolutely everything, just running the field work, talking with the customers, getting all my data together, and then sometimes selling it on site, or most times I would go back with a pile of different jobs I need to put together and just work hours after work, probably not ending my day till midnight. Quality of the like personal life outside of work was very slim. I mean, I was living every hour for the company just to get it to move. If the family wanted to do something, I usually wasn't in the position financially or freed enough hours to go and participate in a lot of stuff because I just had to get this company in a position where we're making money. There wasn't a lot of time for the family. There wasn't a lot of time for my personal. If I did have it, I was just tired, man. I just wanted to go to sleep. I would just do what best I could with the kids and the wife and just try to please them so that they felt I was participating. But in reality, I mean, it was just nothing but nonstop dedication to the company. I'd say the parts that were draining me were all of the stuff outside of being in the field, like all the office work, the desk time, dealing with, permitting and collecting of money. A huge one was answering the phones. If I'm on a job, I didn't have somebody in the office or anybody to be able to collect those calls and put them on a schedule. Like I was doing everything by myself. And anybody in that position knows you lose a lot of work. You lose a lot of opportunities if you can't catch those calls right away. A one-man shop, I mean, is probably the most brutal position to be in because there'd been a handful of times where I thought this isn't worth it. The amount of time I had available to my personal life and family wasn't big enough. There was times where the wife would say, hey, all you do is work. You don't have time, for us. But I'm always looking at like, oh, but this one job's gonna come in or we're gonna hit it really big and it's gonna change things. And sometimes it came around and more times it didn't. There's a few times where I was just like, this isn't working out. I may just go work for somebody else. I never really wanted to work for anybody else. Having somebody dictate my life and my hours was a huge turnoff. Having to go by somebody else's rules, or if they were unethical on how they practiced their business, that was something I didn't really want to participate in. And really at the end of it, I was trying to build a name for myself. I wanted to build an empire. There was a specific moment, actually, when I met a good friend from church named Jaron, who said they're looking into getting a business started out in Florida, and they were looking for someone to run the operations and they would handle the rest. And at that time, I was in between locations because I just moved to a different state. And it sounded really appealing because it was kind of the idea of having a partnership where we can divide and conquer. And we started moving on that and almost instantaneously, there was things I needed and wanted to get done and desires that I thought would make things better, and being able to see some of those things happen without me putting in the effort. I mean, that was really like the light bulb moment where I was like, wow, this could actually be something amazing. Didn't know how we were gonna go about it, but just the concept of it was freaking fantastic. So that's kind of like the pivot point where I'm like, all right, this is the direction I think I wanna go. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but like, let's just step into that and see what happens. But I would be giving up a portion of what I'm building. I would be giving up a piece of me to share with these other individuals. It was kind of scary. I've been doing it for about 20 something years, and in one decision, I would be giving up a certain aspect of it. I almost said no. I almost thought, I don't know if I want to do this. Just that small interaction of just the idea of opening up something in Florida, like I saw more things move in just that few months than I'd seen in 20 years. We got in a call center where someone was able to catch every single call. Man, that was huge. That was so huge. And then Forrest does marketing, and he was able to position us where the phone wouldn't stop ringing. It was massive. All right, my day now everything is awesome. I don't work late. I have a whole team behind me. Everybody's supporting me. I have someone that's in our dispatching and call center that fills my calendar for me. I don't have to think about it at all. I just go out and I show up. I would say I've unloaded about 75% of what I used to do to other folks, and I just own the parts I'm really, really good at. My income before was kind of a, maybe like a generic thing. Like I always said I'm gonna be salary. So every payday I would get paid about $4,000 a paycheck. And like I said, I didn't always get paid because there wasn't money to pay me, but it was just like a set number. There really wasn't like a way to justify like if we were doing well or if we were not doing well. Like my salary expectation was still $4,000 a payday. Now I'm making anywhere between 45 to 6,500 a pay period, depending on my performance, but it's extremely predictable. I know exactly what I'm going to get paid. If I want to get more money, I do more work. It's an abundance of difference on what it was like before versus now. Probably about 13,000 a month, pretty consistently, sometimes more. I would have done every single thing in my power to show the amount of success that will follow if I was to make that decision. I would go back and I would probably criticize myself, like, hey man, why are you working so hard? Why are you still working at 1 a.m. in the morning when you should be in bed with your wife? Or, why are you missing all of these opportunities with your children when you don't have to be working this hard? For me, I'm a huge family guy. Just being able to have that part of my life back is powerful. So if I was to go back before I knew this existed or was in that decision making, I would almost kidnap you and throw you in a box and force you to see the results that are going to happen if you did it. I don't know what I'd do. Probably something illegal.